Hi friends, how you doing? So today I have a review and demo of the newest release from Natasha Denona. So I'm going to be talking about the Love palette. We're going to be applying it on our face. I'm going to do a demo. We're going to be doing swatches and I'm going to give you my final thoughts at the end. If you're excited and you're a new friend here, please do not forget to give me a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button down there for more beauty videos. And without further ado, let's start. Alrighty friends, let's get started. So as I mentioned, we're going to be talking all about the newest release by Natasha Denona. This is her Love palette and this is what she looks like. So as you can see, it has a lot of pop of colors. It is a cool tone kind of palette. It is one of her 15 pan shadows from her. So it is the same exact size as her Sunrise. So if you're familiar with this size, then you know it's gonna be exactly the same. They do come in with these little holes at the back so you can pop the shadows out of here. So it is magnetic. You can put it in a C palette if you would like, or you could just interchange them and put them in the order that you would like. I don't really do that. I think that it is cute as it is, right? So this palette retails for $65 US and 87 Canadian dollars. I purchased it from the Sephora website and it launched yesterday and I was able to get it today. So it was super quick from Sephora Canada, so that was exciting. So as I mentioned, you do get 15 shadows and she says that it is a seductive palette that can be used for playful, bold creations or effortlessly wearable everyday looks. I 100% agree with that. As I was playing with the shadows, I was able to really think about a really neutral, simple pink or a really out there kind of look like the one I try to do today. So anyway, I really enjoyed working with this palette today. But she says the eyeshadows in these must-have palettes are made from the highest quality pure color pigments, dazzling chroma crystals, and luminous mineral pearls for maximum color payoff with minimal effort. So the shelf life of the palette at the back of it says is 24 months and it also says that it's alcohol free, mineral oil free, parabens free. It is vegan, it is not tested on animals, and yeah, that's really nice to know. And then I wanted to mention that she doesn't specifically say what kind of formula she's using on this palette, but as long as I can see, she has her mattes. She does have her newest formula, which is a cream to matte kind of shade, and that's gonna be the Dream one, which is this purple one, and then Commitment as well. So those two are from her newest formulation. And then she does have two metallic duochrome shadows in here, and then the rest are all matte. Alrighty, so now let's get into swatching because I love me some live swatches. That's how I really see full pigments, and I hope you don't mind me, you know, like trying to switch fingers and whatnot. So the first shade, and you're gonna excuse my nails, I'm gonna try my best to not dig into these shadows too much, but that's the first one. The name is First. Then we have Lifetime, beautiful pigment. Then we have Heartbeat, super nice and pigmented. Then we have Transparent, which is a shade that I used Heartbeat in my outer V and Transparent in my inner corners. Great shades. Then we have Trust, which swatches a little bit patchy as you can see, but with a second swatch, you know, it gets better. Anyways, that was a horrible swatch. Let's try it again. So that one feels a little bit dry in compared to Heartbeat, but as I said, she has different mattes formulations, so that might be the reason why. Then the next one I'm gonna swatch is Heart, which is a beautiful red. Wow, look at that, nice. Then we have Given, which is a duochrome shade, super pigmented and really sparkly. It has glitter And Pure Love is also a duochrome that she has here. See how those just collide? Then the next shade is Commitment, which is a darker shade. Let's do it down here. Oh, that swatched really nicely too. This is the first time I swatched them myself. I used them on my eyes, but this is the first swatches I'm getting. The next one is Blind, which is a really metallic. Wow, look at that. Yeah, I saw a swatch that she did of that shade and it looked just like it. Then we have Soul, which I used, and it is stunning shade. I loved working with Soul. Then we have Passion. Wow, nice. Then we have Intense, which I also have in the middle of my eyelids, which is a really corally shade, which is intense, just as the name suggested. Let's do Valentine, which is the pink that I was dreaming about whenever I decided to buy this shadow palette. And then the last one, it's gonna be Dream. So let's just do it here. Just a pretty purple. So these are all the shades. Now you've seen how they swatch, and we're gonna jump into the tutorial portion of this video, and then I'll be right back to give you my final thoughts. Let's start with the tutorial portion of this video. So I'm gonna start with the shade Soul, and I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna stamp and blend. My eyelids are already primed. I did use my Anastasia eye primer. So I just want to stamp this color like so, and then I'll blend. As you can see, super pretty and pigmented shade. Alright, so I did place and sort of blended at the same time that Soul shade. So now I'm going to use my Sonia G Worker Pro, and I'm going into the shade Heartbeat, and I'm just going to use that shade to deepen out my outer V. That's a beautiful burgundy shade. Whatever is left on my brush, I'm just bringing over, but I'm concentrating the color mainly in the outer V. Now I'm just gonna quickly do a cut crease. Then I'm gonna take my Sonia G Builder Pro, and I'm gonna build the color Valentine, which is the really soft pink, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner. I thought this shade was going to be a little bit lighter, but it isn't, even though I did use really light concealer. That's okay, this is not something, I thought it was going to be way lighter than this, but a pretty shade. Then I'm turning my brush, and I'm building the color Intense, which is also really intense color, and I'm putting this in the middle of my eyelid. And excuse me if it looks a little bit sloppy, but we're gonna blend all those colors together. It's gonna come out quick and pretty. And then I'm gonna take my Worker Pro, and I'm gonna go back into Heartbeat, and that's just gonna help me blend those edges. And whatever is left on the brush, I'll just bring it to blend the edge here. And it's gonna give it a little bit of definition and depth. So just going back to shader brush, going back to the shading Intense because we lost a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn it and then do the same. Sorry, then do the same for Valentine. Valentine. Alright, like so. And then we're gonna lighten our inner corner, and I'm gonna go into the shade Transparent. These are really pretty shade, I like it. I really like a bright inner corner. Our lash line, I'm gonna take the same Water Pro, and I'm gonna go into the shade Harvey. I'm just gonna run it across. For my brow bone, I'm going into the shade First. And this is actually a pinky kind of shade. I thought it was more of a bone color, but it has a pink shift to it, which is cute. I don't know. And then I also did apply gel liner. This one in the shade, this one is by ColourPop, Best O, which is like a grape color. So pretty. But I like it with my lower lash line. Alrighty friends, I'll just finish off with lashes and I'll be right back. Alright friends, I'm back with the rest of my makeup, and I did use my Bloom palette from her. So that's the blush that I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. I did apply heavily the peachy shade on my cheeks, and that's the nice glow that I have going on. And then I did use her this one here, the Glow Intense. I didn't really purchase her newest palette because I didn't feel the need of it. I thought that, you know what, I have so much product in here. I enjoy this palette. I don't know, I don't think that I really like that pink that is in that palette. I'm gonna show you swatches of it. They look really intense and really pink, and I'm more into these warm tones, to be honest. I think they suit my skin tone the most. So that's just my personal preference. That's why I didn't purchase the palette. And then her lip glosses, I actually had 2 in my cart, and then I read again the description of it, and it said that they're duochrome, and I don't really like duochrome products, to be quite honest. On my lips, I just don't like them, so I decided to not purchase them as well. I did finish off my lips with her Michelle shade, which is Beautiful Neutral Nude, if you're wondering what's on my lips. But anyway, so this is my finished eye makeup look. Alright friends, for my second look, I'm just gonna go and use the shade First. And I'm just gonna place that all over my eyelid, sort of like to set it. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Soap again, but really lightly this time. And I'm just gonna blend that all over my crease. Then I'm gonna just place the shade Giving, and I'm gonna use my fingers, and I do have nails, so look at that color. And then I'm gonna do Pure Love in the middle, which is the other duochrome shade. I wanted to use this one. I'm gonna take my Builder Pro by Sonia G, and I'm gonna actually wet it. And again, I'm gonna go into the first shade, which was Given. I don't want a ton of fallout, so I'm just gonna, you see that? And then I'm gonna turn my brush and I'm gonna do pure love. And I'm gonna take my Builder Pro and I'm gonna go back into Soul just to deepen the outer V. And that's it. I'm just gonna use Soul in my lower lash line too. This eye is a little bit red. I think mascara or something aggravated my eye. I think I poked my eye. I decided to switch up and do Trust so that we can use that purple. And then for my inner corners, I'm gonna use Lifetime. Which is also really intense. I love it as a inner corner highlight. Alrighty friends, so this is what we're working with. I did a few coats of mascara, but this eye is like killing me. So I'm just gonna leave him and I'm gonna do a little bit of highlight because I forgot. So I'm using that shade that is called First. Alrighty friends, so this is eye makeup look number 2. So I wanted to pop right back in here just to tell you that I used 9 of the shades in the palette. I couldn't use all 15, but I used 9, most of them, and they're all consistent with her, you know, her shadows, her usual formula. So that's really nice, and I loved Given and Pure. However, Pure was not as pigmented and it had a ton of fallout in comparison to Given. But I think the way to apply these guys is with your fingers. There's really no way around it because I did try to do it with my brush and it just didn't. No, I liked it with my fingers, and look at this. It is super nice. It is super cute and it was so easy. I love Given. I love Given. I think it's one of my favorite shades in Lifetime as an inner corner highlight. It really pops, and also transparent. It is so pretty. As you can see, they're super neutral, but they lean a little bit peachy. So if you're into, you know, like the pinks and the peaches and like the purples, this is your guy. I love Natasha Denona's formula. I think it's one of the best ones out there, to be quite honest. High-end speaking, it is one of the best ones. I find that you don't really have to work super hard to get, you know, her shades to blend, like the color payoff, the intensity, the blendability, you get it all. I find that sometimes with Pat McGrath, you do have to work a little bit harder, like the shades that are a little bit finicky, but not with Natasha Denona. Like her palettes are just across the board good. I did a review of the little Glam palette, which is also new by her. It's a super nice palette. If you're interested, I'm gonna leave the review below, but look at this one. It is so nice. And I also have her Metropolis, which is one of my most used. So I do have stuff to compare, you know, her formulation with, and I think it is just across the board the same formulation as she's always given us. I find that you get your money's worth with this one, the 15 pan, in comparison to the 28, which is this one. I find this one is super pricey, but not only that, you get a lot, and sometimes you get a little bit overwhelmed. Like when I work with this palette, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, like what do I even do with this? Like there's so many colors. I know you can go anywhere with it, but yeah, I just work you know, a second at a time whenever I'm working with this palette, so I don't get overwhelmed. But what I find, I really like the color story of this one. I don't have anything in my collection that compares to this guy. That's why I'm super excited to have it. I do like how steady it is, the plastic. It is a hard case, so even if you drop it, I don't think nothing will happen to your, you know, to your shadows. So I really like the packaging. I really like the mirror. It's super nice. I think that it is a great price. I'm in love with these shades. I think I have nothing in my collection that compares to this guy. I don't think that there is anything right now in the market that compares to this guy. I was looking at Kylie's new release, the Stormy one, and it looks a little bit similar. So I think these are the colors that are coming for spring. So I am ready with my love palette. I am so happy I got it. Alrighty, you guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my review and demo of the new love palette by Natasha Denona. Please leave me comments below. Let me know, what did you think of this beauty? Do you want to purchase it? What are your thoughts? Are you planning to get it? What do you think of Natasha Denona's formula? Like, leave me comments below. Also, do give me a thumbs up if you enjoy, and don't forget to hit that red subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.